guys. I am still preparing for my video for the 100 signs or more than 100 signs of a player. And also, I am still preparing for the video for the suicide and homicide video that I was going to be doing or am going to be doing. Keep this in mind. Some of my videos, I will have to do more preparation for those videos. And I will have to take more notes, y'all. You know, like this video, I came on here without the notes, just knowing what I want to talk about, but all videos are not that way. So this video, I just want to go over how it would work with no contact. And I mean when prior people that have depended on you begin to go no contact. And to be quite frank, this should be something you should be forcing people into. Okay? Forcing them by your actions. Okay? So I'm going to go over this. Elijah. You know, I've done many phone chronicle videos, phone conversation chronicles, and you could hear the interaction between Elijah and I. And in no way am I perfect. But I will say this. Elijah said something to me on an occasion, and this is what he actually said to me, y'all. He said that if I were you, this is what he said to me in 2022. This was prior to when I filed my first runaway report. This is what Elijah said to me, his exact words. If I were you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. I'm going to repeat it again. If I were you, he's talking to me, his mother. Okay? If I were you, I would wish I did not have a son like me. Now, at the time Elijah said this, thank you so much for the like. At the time Elijah said this, I also did not know the horrible things or some of the horrible things that had already taken place about a year before he said this. So when Elijah said this to me, this was within 3 to 4 months of July of 2022, prior to July of 2022. I even reported it to the police officer when I filed the runaway report in the beginning of July of 2022. And he ran away not because anyone's doing anything to him at home, y'all. He ran away to go with street people and to not follow rules of the house and to be involved with peer pressure. He's not running away from home because he's running from some form of abuse. So, despite what you read online, all runaways ain't running away from their rapists or their mother that's beating on them or their father that's beating on them. He straight up run away. He ran away because his ass is bad. And he also knew the things that he had did within my family element. I mean, things that could have got him killed. Okay. I'm just being straight up about it. But I didn't know all of what Elijah had done or had been involved in my home. I did not know at the time. But Elijah said to me, I'm going to repeat it again. This is my own son. He's my son, but not a son. There's a difference. If I were you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. So with this being said, let's give Elijah A+ for honesty. Okay. So now we're proceeding on and we're now in 2025. Okay. And so we are 3 years later, we're into this situation. Okay. So at this point, I've created a YouTube channel. I thank the Lord that I thank the Lord for the protection that the Lord has over me to not even make me aware of certain things until a certain time. So I'm not incarcerated or in a situation where I harm anyone, even my own biological child. So going into now, okay, so you got to watch these lives. It's like As the World Turns. I'm going to be creating more playlists as well. And also, again, I apologize that I have not started the live for the over 100 signs of a player. These are things that I came up with, y'all, not something I'm watching off a video or something like that. This is my own content, okay? Um, I also mentioned in there that I will meet some of the criteria of a player, PLAYA, and so will you. Out of that list of 100 things or over 100 things that I came up with, um, I'm gonna meet some of that criteria, and it's nothing wrong with it. And when I say player, I don't mean cheater. So let's see. Penelope, hello. I'm just looking at the comments, y'all. And then Dragon Ball Z, hello to you as well. So thank you so much for those comments. So, and thank you so much for the courteous comments and the like and, just tuning in. And remember, a lot of people will watch this live later. That's why it won't be a bunch of people here. So with my middle son, he said that. So we're going into now, it's been 3 years since he said that statement. By the end of 2023, November, somewhere around there, I stopped allowing Elijah in my home because he came in here and he caused a lot of chaos, and he caused some potential violence in my home where somebody could have got killed. To be honest, the person more at risk of being killed that day would have been Elijah. Okay, so he brought violence into my home, provoked not just me, but everyone else in the home. So at that point, I am a responsible mother. So 2023, the end of it, Elijah knew that that would be the last time he would come in my home. Okay. Yes, I'm excellent, K-pop demon. Let me see. What's this? I like some of the YouTube names. They're really interesting. K-pop demon brat. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you so much for checking on me and asking if I'm okay. And you know why I'm okay? I'm okay because of the way I do things. I do things in a way that protects not just myself, even the abuser. Because at the end of the day, I don't want even the abuser in trouble. I don't want nobody doing life in prison, getting killed, getting seriously injured. That's not what I want for anyone. And most of the time, that stuff is preventable. So, yes, thank you so much, K pop Demon Brat, for asking if I'm okay. I appreciate your concern. Okay. Um, Hold on just 1 second, y'all. Oh, K-pop Demon Brat. Your uncle. Good. You sound so sweet. My uncle is in jail. He got blamed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My youngest son, if you tune into some of my lives, my youngest son just got out of jail as well. And so, what did your uncle get blamed for, if you don't mind me asking? What was he blamed for? To Demon Brat. And thank you for saying I sound so sweet. I appreciate the kind words. That means a lot to me. Oh, okay. So someone said, okay, so to K-pop, your mom said you're too young. I don't know. So I don't know what that means. What did your uncle do is what I'm asking. Are you K-pop? You're a male, right? Oh, your mom said you're too young to know. Okay, I get it. K-pop, are you a male? No, okay, you're a girl. Okay. So you're a girl. So, and that's fine. I just wanted to, okay, so your mom is protecting you. So, a lot of the information is online. If anyone were to call like the jail line or whatever, they can give you the charges of what the uncle did. Um, and I mean, I get your mother being secretive and stuff, but sometimes it can backfire when you don't know who somebody is. I was watching an episode on Oprah many years ago, and the gentleman said, and I'm not sure if it was the Gift of Fear gentleman, the author that wrote the book, or if it was another show. But what the person said was, don't be scared to tell the young child what the predator will do, because the predator is not going to be afraid to do it to the child. For example, using an example of, we tell our kids, don't get in the car with strangers. Tell them if they get in the car, they're going to get all their toes and fingers and their brains through across the street. Tell them more. Make it more graphic. So what the gentleman was saying on the Oprah show is that the reason kids don't do what we ask them to do is because we don't tell them the graphic truth. But the predator is not going to be afraid to tell the child, hey, I'm getting ready to kill you, rape you, chop your fingers and toes off. And by the way, I'm going to bludgeon you in the head and take your brains and throw it across the street. It's just the truth, So people right now today still get in the car with strangers because they still don't really understand what's going to happen once they get into that vehicle. It happens. They just say, oh, don't get in the car with strangers. No, you need to know why. You need to know that that person that's going to pick you up could be a serial killer. So anyway, going back to the Elijah situation, in No Contact, Elijah expressed to me that he is going to go into a no contact with me. Okay. And he's pissed off, and he feels a way because he was just in jail for domestic violence against Kaylin, the girlfriend he's with. Go through my lives. I got all that drama on there. Okay. And the situation. So Elijah called me from jail and he wanted $500 for me to bail him out. I said no. Also, he says I told him he's not worth $500. I don't remember saying that. I was pissed off, but I said it. Yeah, that sounds like something I would say in the heat of the moment. And actually, I did some private recordings of that. So I'm going to go back and watch those videos and see exactly what I said. Those videos are private to me. But yeah, that sounds like something I would say. You're not worth $500. So he's pissed off about it. I'm just not a supply source for Elijah. I'm not going to be handing him my money. He ain't going to be able to have me over there with that crazy white girl that he with, getting me arrested like what he going through. He's not going to put me in a situation where something violent happens towards me or them. Oh, you don't have no subs? I can subscribe to you. This is your YouTube channel, K-Pop Demon Brat. Are you uploading? You gotta start uploading. I'll check your channel out. I know YouTube has a guideline of something called you're not supposed to sub for sub, but I know I'm allowed to subscribe to anyone I want to, but I think you're not supposed to be like chronically subscribing to someone just because they subscribe to you. But I can check your channel out and subscribe to your channel just because I want to subscribe. The subscription has to be genuine, okay? But I think careful with asking for subscribers because I think YouTube has some sort of policy where we're not supposed to. You can say like I can say when I'm doing a video, I'm allowed to say I can like, share, and subscribe. But there's some kind of rule, and I'm not sure how it's implemented. Um, we're not supposed to go in people's lives and videos and like ask for certain things. It has to be like during content. So if I'm doing content and I say, hey, y'all please like, share, and subscribe, it's a certain way it has to be done, but I'll check your channel out and I will support your channel. So that's the way I have to do it here because I have to protect myself in my live here so I don't get demonetized. So I'm allowed to say, thanks for letting me know, K-pop Demon Brat. I will go to your channel, check your channel out, and if I like your channel, I will subscribe. That's the way I have to word it when I'm in a live. Because YouTube has this policy that we're not supposed to be subbing for sub. So there's certain ways that they view that will be done. But I'm allowed to say, hey, I can check out your channel. And I'm allowed to subscribe to your channel if I want to, okay? But I have to word it a certain way in the live, so I'm protecting myself. You get what I'm saying, girl? Okay. So, because YouTube, they can take this live down and not even allow this live if I word it the wrong way. So just so you understand. So, but I will go there. Do you have videos uploaded, K-pop Demon Brat? Okay, so thank you so much. So, and that will be the first thing I'll do. I'm going to do a screenshot right now so I'll remember as well. And that'll be the first thing I'll do once I get off this live. Hold on one second. And so what I would do is, so this is what you want to do, K-pop. Because what happens is YouTube, when they see that, they won't put you in the algorithm as much. So this is the way to do it from now on. So word it this way. So when you go in somebody's lives, I'm here to support you. Check my channel out. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do it that way. That way you'll be in the algorithm more and you'll get subscribers. It took me a long time to get subscribers. For the first year, I've been on this channel. We had 80 subscribers. And then I got most of my subscribers within the last 2 years. So it takes a long time for a small channel to build their subscribers. I talked about this in another video. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the same thing, K-pop Demon Brat. Focus on views, not subscribers. Okay. So you want to, let me go to your channel here. Actually, this other device is going out, so I would have to charge this. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, no problem, K-pop. So tune in later. So okay, I'll discuss that later. So just go through my lives. On one of my lives, I talk about how to get more subscribers and how it works with a small channel and stuff like that. You just got to watch my lives. It's there. So anyway, so Elijah mentions going no contact. We're now into 3 years later after he says, if I was you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. So I'm saying no to money. You know, the bottom line is this is the thing with money. And parents don't want to say this. Okay, they don't want to say this. No parent really wants to say this about some of their kids. So this is the thing. When you have a son that grows up and he says, if I was you, I would wish I didn't have if I was you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. He's acknowledging he's a bad son. Okay. He doesn't love me much. Okay. Not real love. It's not real. He can fake it, but it's not real. So, in a sense, since he's saying he's such a horrible son, I've already wasted enough money on Elijah. Okay. And that's what parents are doing. When you have badass kids that grow up and they I don't care if you Jeffrey Dahmer daddy. Jeffrey Dahmer grew up and became a freaking serial killer. Okay? And Jeffrey Dahmer dad was a pretty good stand-up, moral, good man. Jeffrey Dahmer dad was not the problem. I believe the bad genetics that Jeffrey Dahmer, the serial killer, got, I believe it came from his mother's side. That's just being honest to God. His mother said some weird ass shit to the psychologist. Jeffrey Dahmer's fucking mother is fucking weird. So Jeffrey Dahmer daddy, he liked the demonic ass bitches. So Jeffrey Dahmer biological father fuck with a demonic bitch. Jeffrey Dahmer came out of it. Jeffrey Dahmer was borderline possessed. No one ever told him that there was demons talking to him, telling him to do all that bad shit to people. So this is the bottom line. Jeffrey Dahmer daddy, he wasted his fucking money on Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? Because every dime he spent on Jeffrey Dahmer's badass was a fucking waste. And it's because the fucking boy grew up to be a fucking serial killer, storing people brains in deep freezers and eating they brains and cooking their brains for dinner and shit, and talking about black meat was the best fucking meat. So the Jeffrey Dahmer daddy, I think he had more money than I have. It don't matter the amount you have. Every fucking dime I spent on Elijah was a waste of damn money. That's the truth of the matter. Now, am I saying every dime I spent on my kids, what was it a waste? No, not on my kids. But when I spend, and I spent large amounts of money on my kids, y'all. I worked 2 and 3 jobs at one time, and I spent quite a bit of money on Elijah's badass. I wasted my fucking money. I would have been better off maybe not having his badass and putting that money up in a savings account. Just feeding this badass boy is a problem. Okay, he's not good at all. Okay, now if he want to become good, that's one thing. But you can't say a person good till they show you they want to become good. They got to. Okay, so that's the bottom line. You wasted your motherfucking money on this person, especially when they grow up and they drug addicts. You really wasted your money. I didn't grow up and become no fucking junkie. So my mother invested better because at least I grew up and did something with what she taught me. I maintain a place. I'm sober. I keep my kids. I'm responsible. Stuff like that. But no, when you had these badass kids grow up and you've given them the most emotional, spiritual, moral, dressed them well, kept them clean, spent quality time with them, even though you worked, took them places, put they badass in new cars, taught them things, good things and stuff like that, put them in decent schools and community centers and told them you loved them and hugged them and kept a clean home. When they grow up and do all that shit and turn out like that, you wasted your motherfucking money. And the thing is, all you can do for your future is to stop wasting money on kids. See their nature when they're young. I talked about this on another live. I went over an example of the behavior of a kid that I interacted with that's my blood relative that made me not want to have anything to do with that little boy. I'm not going to waste my money on no badass kids no more. I'm going to meet their ass, see them when they little, see their badass nature, and leave them the fuck alone. Bottom line, it's a waste of money. So as far as the no contact part, when it comes to Elijah. He wants to go into no contact. Good. He ain't really needed in my life like that. He's not. He's already told me, if I was you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. God, I mean, person done already told you. Maybe he want to go no contact so he don't hurt me. Maybe he want to kill my ass. Like he said, if I was you, I would wish I didn't have a son like me. I'm not missing anything. I meant what I said. He's not worth the 500. I didn't spend it on him. I'm not going to spend it on him. Let all them criminals he's fucking with and that he's around right now help his ass. And I told him, you do not get any more of my money, man. I don't have to get this man my money for the rest of his life. That's not what being a mom is all about. By law, I don't have to give him another dime. He's not a teenager. He's off my lease. He don't live here. When you are grown, when I moved out of state, I never asked my grandmother and mother for a fucking dime. Never. I would go to my friend or the bank and ask for a loan. I never asked my grandmother or my mother for shit. Not one penny. Now, would they have given me something if I asked? Maybe so, but I didn't ask. We have laws in the United States. The law is, at this point, I am not legally bound to bail him out. He's not a teenager. He's not an at-risk youth. He would not qualify to be an at-risk youth in the state that I'm in because he's over. I don't owe this boy shit. Now, his narcissism, Elijah's narcissism, makes him feel like I'm supposed to give to him, provide for him, keep going over there to get that white bitch's fist put in my side again. His narcissism and his psychopathy may make him think a person that has psychopathy is a psychopath. His psychopathy and his lack of conscience may make his black ass believe that I owe him something, but I actually don't have to give him shit because it's in my bank account. It's on my debit card. That $500 needs to go to paying my bills. And that $500 needs to go towards taking care of the people that still live in the home. I still have children at home. No matter how old you are in this house, I am obligated to help you. I don't care if I have somebody 50 years old here. If they need to go to the hospital, I got to click that Uber app and pay for them to go to the hospital. Now, yeah, they're 50, they can reimburse me. But it is my obligation morally when someone's in my house, even if they're 50 years old, to do the basics to make sure their health and safety is what it should be. I'm responsible and liable for people in the home, not for people that fucking moved out. Do I owe my neighbor? If my neighbor go to jail, do I owe them $500 to bail them out too? Fucks no. So the thing is, I've been through this rodeo before with kids, y'all. I gives no fucks. Okay, so I don't owe them shit. They can go into a no contact and I don't care. It don't matter to me because I don't owe them anything. I really don't. Parents, you know. Yeah, parents, what they do is they